The wonderful sound of Chloe Collins, Call Your Name. It certainly is a name that I can't forget because we share the same surname, and we're now going live to New York City to hook up with my bestest mate. Chloe Collins, how are you?
Hi, I'm great.
You are sounding great. You're looking great. I want to talk all about you. You're 15. Now, I trawl Facebook and Twitter for talent. We have a show called The Biscuit Boys Show. That's the show that you're on. And a couple of Mondays ago, I'm looking at a young lady, Chloe Collins, and I'm going like, wow, love the surname for a start. Well, you're definitely going to get some airplay on The Biscuit Boys Show. And that's how we connect with artists. Then we invite them onto The Biscuit Boys Show. And you're here now with us. You're part of the family.
Yay! I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're very excited to have you. Have you ever done anything in England? Have you been on an England internet radio station or an FM or an AM station before?
Yeah, I think it was Croydon Radio.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And also, you're not too far away from England because you were in Dublin making a video for your track, because we're going to, at the back of the interview, we're going to go out with All Over Again. So tell me how Dublin went for you.
It was great. It was my first time out of the country other than traveling to Barbados sometimes. Mm-hmm. So it was really cool to see just almost a different world. Certainly
Ireland is a different world, and I'm guessing it's a much different world to New York City. However, there's a lot of Irish people in New York. There's a massive community of Irish people in New York, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah? You know, and at 15, I kind of, you know, when I was thinking, right, I want to talk to Chloe, so I do a little bit of research, and I come across your mother. And a question that's often angled at your mum is, Chloe's 15. How can she be 15 when she's writing songs like she's writing? And some of these songs, I would assume, are like relationship songs. A 15-year-old kid cannot do that. So you tell me the process of your writing, because some of them are not biographical, they're not autobiographical, they're things that you look at, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I get ideas from everywhere, like TV show storylines and my real life and my friends' lives and things like that, and I kind of just fuse them together to make these songs.
Do you know, that is the best way to do things. Don't give too much away about yourself. You know, all artists are influenced by something or somebody, and you just keep your eyes open and you write songs about what you see in the world today. Now, your new release, it's released now, isn't it, your EP?
It is, yeah.
Okay. It was recorded at the Grind Central Station in Nashville in Tennessee, and produced by Mickey Reeves. So talk me briefly through that. The first track is All Over Again. For me, the standout track, and I'm loving your EP, I think it's absolutely wonderful, but Forget Your Name is the first track that we played on the Biscuit Boys. I think that is an amazingly wonderful, it's kind of like a Joni Mitchell type of feel to it as well.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm glad you like that one. Yeah, that I could have put that first, I guess, but we didn't really know how the audience would respond to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just had like the most energy of all the songs.
Yeah, and certainly like with our name, our connection of Collins, Forget Your Name, I thought that there's some kind of irony there. Rearview Mirror is the second track. And that's received an awful lot of airplay as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, I released that one first as a single, and then I decided to keep it on the EP. But, yeah, I would do a few interviews for that one as well.
And New Nightmares, you're not still having them, are you?
I'm not, no. But yeah, that one was great. I decided to put that one on the end because I wrote it at like 12 midnight and I wasn't really sure how it was going to like play back. But then everyone kind of seemed to like it, so I just kept playing it, and I put it at the end because I was like, well, if anyone gets that far, they'll have a little surprise.
Chloe, when they put on track 1 All Over Again, they're going to go through to New Nightmares and they're going to want to play it all over again because it is a banging EP. It's wonderful. I love the title of it as well, 5 at 15, because there literally is 5 gems at the age of 15.
Thank you.
Who come up with the title track for it?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not only have you got 5 at 15, a little birdie tells me you've got over 80 tracks that you've written.
Yes, I've written about 85 songs now.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
At what age did you start writing?
I started writing and playing guitar at about 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you go upstairs to write, you need a bit of a zone, and I'm guessing your bedroom is your zone to sit and write wonderful tunes like you have penned.
Yes, I always use my bedroom, and sometimes I get, like, ideas in the supermarket, and I'll just write it down on the grocery list and then go home and write it in my songbook. But, yeah.
Which is probably better doing that than you writing things on the grocery list before your mum goes to get the groceries, because you could end up with some strange things in your fridge freezer.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And your dad's pretty good at making your videos. You take your dad round with you, and tell me about... There was a video that you made, and it escapes me now, where didn't you and a pal just go and... You went on a kind of a jolly at night, and there was only you two in was it a mall or a school or somewhere like that?
Was that New Nightmares? Because it was, like, pitch black, and it was, like, me and 3 other girls.
That must be the one, yeah. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, we went into a town near me, and we went at, like, 9 at night, and I had this idea of just all dressing in black and just going into town, because that's kind of what I had thought of when I was writing the song. And, yeah, so we kind of dressed in all black and then made this video, and I just had my dad stand there with his, like, handheld camera and kind of film it, but then I edited it together on, like, iMovie or something, and I uploaded it. But, yeah, that was one of the most fun ones I've ever done.
And how come you went to Dublin? What's the story behind that with your All Over Again video?
Well, it was actually just supposed to be a vacation, but then I decided that, you know, the city was so beautiful that I really wanted to film something there, or at least take pictures or something, and I was like, oh, well, my song All Over Again, it kind of needs a video. What if I just did me, like, walking around the city? And so I had my dad just, like, again, stand there and just film me, and I found, like, the streets that I thought were really pretty, and at night with all the lights and everything. So that was really cool.
Well, they do say in Dublin's fair city where the girls are so pretty. Did you see the statue of Molly Malone?
I did not.
No. Now, with your surname as well, Collins, I'm guessing it might even come from Ireland, because there's a massive Collins connection to Ireland as well. So there could be some of your ancestry there.
Yeah, I think I am Irish, partly.
I think a lot of Collinses probably are. You know, if you get your family tree, and I think if you look at the branches and then you go towards the roots, I think that we'd be surprised where our roots started. Now that video, that was literally off your dad's video recorder.
It was. Yep.
I'll tell you what, honestly, Chloe, that video is quality, and the production is unbelievably brilliant.
Thank you. But, yeah, I don't know, we don't really need a whole crew. I guess I just want to make it look as professional as I can with, like, footage from a handheld camera. But, yeah, I don't know, I kind of just work on it with iMovie, and I use all their transitions and the speeding up and everything, and I just kind of put it together and hope that it kind of looks okay.
Oh, it didn't look okay, babe. It looked absolutely superb. It looked top drawer. You know, there's people that are paying thousands and thousands of pounds to have music videos as high quality as that you and your dad put together on a vacation in Dublin. It's absolutely amazing. Now, you're influenced by Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, amongst others. When did you start listening to their music?
Well, Taylor Swift, she was actually in the Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana movie, which was the reason that I kind of started, because I started by playing Butterfly Fly Away on the guitar from that movie for like 13 hours the first day, and then that's how I learned it. But yeah, she did a performance in that, so I guess that's when I started listening to her. And Ed Sheeran recently, but Again, I think he opened for Taylor, so I saw him then, and I just liked his style of how he could just come out with his, little Martin and just play, and he didn't need a whole band or a whole production or anything. He could just be with himself.
And that's the lovely thing about music, that you discover an artist because you love an artist. You see it on a program that you watch as a kid. Then she'll be with on the same bill as somebody else, and you get into that artist. Then you look at that artist, and then it takes you somewhere else. And before you know, you're listening to so much music that you didn't know before, which is what music is all about.
Yeah.
Now, some of your music has also been played in a national advertising campaign, so talk me through that, and also TV shows.
Yeah, well, I was about 11 when my song got on a TV show for ABC Family, but I had recorded it when I was about 10 or something, and then we started circulating it to radio stations and syncing with movies and TV shows and everything, and it got in something after a year of circulating, and so I got my whole family together, and we were watching it, and my mom screamed when she heard my song because it came on right after commercial. But yeah, that was one of the biggest things that I remember from that.
I tell you what, for a 10-year-old, that's amazing. There's 30, 40, 50-year-olds that don't get that. That is superb. Now, talk me through, you won Yacht Stock River Jam songwriting competition. Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was kind of a competition thing on Facebook, I guess, and it was amount of votes gets you to play there, and I was one of the winners. So I went down there. It was in Pennsylvania, near Philly, and I had to play about 6 songs, and there was a nice crowd, and they were really supportive, and then this guy, Alan Foster, wrote a review of the show, and that got a lot of big buzz, so I'm really glad that I played there.
What kind of airplay are you getting on in the States? Because in the UK, we are just a small little country. In America, I'm guessing most states in America, England, Great Britain, could fit in a number of times. It's a huge country. Are you getting huge exposure over there?
Well, not huge yet. I'm hoping to someday, but I've been doing some local radio stations, and then there's some in the South and things like that I'm doing interviews for. But yeah, I do a lot local things, and I have my friends all turn it on at the same time so that they can hear my interview.
And your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, we want to know how we can connect with Chloe Collins. So if you could just tell everybody that's listening how to do that.
Okay, well, the Facebook, I think, is Chloe Collins. YouTube is just Chloe Collins. Twitter is Chloe Collins, MUS, as in music, but just the first 3 letters. Instagram is Chloe Collins Music, and I think everything else, you just have to look up my name, and it'll be there.
Now, you've got your own YouTube channel. How long have you had it?
I've had it since I was 7, but yeah, I started it when I had performed somewhere, and I didn't even play guitar yet, but I uploaded that video, and no one really watched it then. It was kind of just for our own fun, and then I just kept uploading, and things have seemed to get even more views, and there was a lip sync video to a Taylor Swift song when I was 10, and it got 30,000 views or something.
Wow, 30,000, that's a lot of views. Now, you're 15. Most 15-year-olds are going to school. They're hooking out with boys or girls and stuff and so on and so forth. Are you still going to school, or how does that work with you?
Well, I go to an online academy, which is a branch from an actual private school, and I do most of my classes online, and so it gives me more time to pursue music. But yeah, and then my teachers Skype in, and we have little mini classes and everything, so it's kind of cool.
Blimey, it sounds wonderful. I mean, that's the thing with modern technology. Even though you don't actually go physically to a school, you can still be schooled.
Yeah.
Now, the front of your cover, we've got to talk about that. There's a lovely young lady holding a guitar with a floral dress, and there's a load of trees sitting on what looks like a fence. Where was it taken? Where was the picture taken?
It was actually taken near my house, but I kind of wanted to give it the Nashville kind of feel, like kind of country folk type thing. So yeah.
Well, it works because it looks very nice round by your house, I have to say.
Yeah, it's really pretty around here.
And what's life like in New York City? Is it New York City that you live in? Are you right in the middle of the town, or are you on the outskirts?
Well, I have a few, I kind of go back and forth, but yeah, in the suburbs it's really pretty with all the greenery and everything, like all the trees, and especially in fall when the leaves are changing and you get to see like the changing, and in Central Park, like all the leaves are changing, so it's really pretty.
Now, Central Park, that's absolutely massive. I mean, Central Park is bigger than Monaco. Seriously,
yeah.
It's huge. You don't walk all the way through that, do you? That would be impossible, wouldn't it? Do you just walk through parts of Central Park? How does it work?
I mean, you could walk through the whole thing, but sometimes people just like kind of walk through part of it, or just like relax somewhere and read a book or something. But it's just kind of to give you like the full vibe of what it would be like if you were in the suburbs, I guess.
And what's it like downtown in New York City? Because, you know, from a person, a Brit that's never been to New York, you kind of, you know, yellow cabs and films being made all day, and the subways, you know, the Ghostbusters movies. Is it something going on all the time in New York? Is it really a city that never sleeps, and it's so good they named it twice?
Yeah, there's so much energy all the time. Like if you're just, you know, feeling whatever, you can just walk outside your door and everyone's like moving and everything's happening, and, you know, all the bright lights and everything, and at night and even at like 3 in the morning, everything's still going on because everyone has like different schedules and they're from all around the world, and I love the city.
Yeah, it's a place that I someday would hope to go and visit. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, them skyscrapers, and it's just like, well, it's just very, very different from our city of Birmingham, New York is. So, yeah. What have you got on the horizon? What are you doing for, you celebrate Christmas in New York, but not like we do in the UK, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I get a big, giant Christmas tree, and I just decorate it and put it in my house.
Fantastic. And so going forward in 2016... What are you? What are your plans?
Well, I know soon in like December I'm going to be playing in the city again live, and a few open mics, and I hope to someday do a lot of bigger venues, maybe in 2016, hopefully.
So you're looking to get on the festivals? Are festivals massive in America like they are in the UK?
Yeah, they have like the festivals with a bunch of different acts playing, and everyone goes, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, they have like Burning Man or something like that. I have never been, but yeah, that would be cool to play one of those.
Well, I'm sure that you are going to be one of these artists that are playing at massive festivals, because you've got a massive future in front of you. Any plans to come over to the United Kingdom?
I really should at this point, and I should just go around and do a bunch of interviews and stuff. But yeah, I would love to come. I've always wanted to come there. Well,
if you do, we're going to hook up, definitely.
Yeah.
And can I thank you so much for your time, Chloe. You're an absolute superstar. And you're still unsigned, I believe?
I am.
Yeah. Watch this space. Chloe?
Yes?
Thank you very much for your time, young lady. You keep up your wonderful work, and give a big hug to your mum and dad from the Biscuit Boys in the UK.
I will. Thank you for having me.
Lovely. It's our pleasure, and we're going to play now all over again. We'll speak soon.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Big love from the UK. Thank you.